Alright guys, so same day that I just took off this transmission, I'm going to stay up a little bit later. It's already 12:30. Here goes the old 5-speed. Damn, excuse me. Here's the old 5-speed. I just have to remove this here and reseal it and go ahead and toss this back on pretty much. Trying to think. I don't know, hopefully I could get this back on tonight and go from there tomorrow. I don't know. I just want to get this running and back in the car and rewire the vehicle speed sensor plug. And yeah, that's about it. So there goes the all-wheel drive 5-speed. It'll be back in a later video after I get the ring gear installed for the vehicle speed sensor. And for this guy, it's going back in. This is the one that has a bad third gear, but I just need this car to drive. That's about it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this whole part situated and pulled back off and resealed. But I will continue to make videos, guys. If it's a lot of it, it's been the Integra lately. So my Sentra fans and my Gallant viewers, just know those videos will come. Right now, my focus is on this car. But if you look at that car, that's got a lot to come. The Gallant is a work in progress as well. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, took the fork off the other transmission, the all-wheel drive one, and then the throwout bearing. One thing I did forget to do when I put it onto that transmission was to grease it, so I am going to do that now. Alright, well, there goes the boots on. This time it is greased up. And yeah, it's time to drop it in there. I did toss the old hasport rear motor mount. I put it back there. So I will finish bolting that on after I get this guy back in. So I'm going to go ahead and try to position the transmission up there. So let's see how this goes. Alright, for some reason I forgot to turn on the camera when I put on the transmission, but I actually got it in there pretty dang easily. So it's already on there. It's lined up. I just gotta start getting the bolts through it. Right now it's held up on the jack on this side, so I'll put that motor mount on in a second. But first I'm gonna go ahead and get some of these bolts on. Okay, some of you guys may have listened in the other videos or maybe have not seen it. We did cut these wires from the VSS sensor so we could connect it to the countershaft sensor, the countershaft speed sensor. Well, that didn't go as planned, so I'm going back to the vehicle speed sensor, so I have to rewire these back in, which is pretty simple. Black to yellow, then there's white and green, and then there's black. So black is obviously ground. One of these two is 12 volts and the other one is signal. So I don't have the best stuff to kind of do wiring and stuff, so I think I might just twist these wires together nice and tight and heat shrink some tubing over it, and eventually I cut back all the plastic crap that was there. My friend was using this nice sleeving, so I might just toss this over onto this over here. So, but first I still gotta fix some wiring underneath the dash, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and work on this and yeah, see how this goes. So I have all the transmission bolts tightened up. There's just one bolt I'm missing up here, but that's okay. Let's see, I just fixed these wires for the vehicle speed sensor. I just got to put probably some nice wire loom around these. Make it look a little bit pretty since I took off what was on there. And the dash. Maybe I'll knock that out right now. Yeah, maybe. Let me take a look at the dash under there. I'm actually going to wait on the dash because I'm filthy and I can do that tomorrow morning. I know this sensor goes right down here. Might as well plug that guy in. I'll plug that guy in right now. Come on, come on. Alright, that's plugged in now. This guy plugs into right here. But I'm going to wait because I want to clean up this wire. I want to clean this up. So I'm going to hold off on those guys for now. Just kind of let these guys chill right there. I guess I'll bolt on the clutch slave cylinder right now. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt that on right there. There it is. And then I'll see what's next. Okay guys, it is the following day. I'm putting it all in the same video. I've already started on it. I've already fixed the wiring underneath the dash. I've already connected the VSS sensor, the vehicle speed sensor. I put this nice loom around it that my friend had left when we were trying to rewire it. I have this sensor plugged in. Remember, the Element 5-speed doesn't have this, but this one does. Clutch slave cylinder is on. It is bled. We just bled it. Everything up top is done. I just have to bump the harness down there like where it was before. We moved it up here when we were feeding some wire through the firewall. Let's see. The only other thing I noticed, it looks like my ground on my oil pressure sensor broke. So I do have to come back around and rewire that. That might have broken when I was putting on the transmission and the motor tilted too far down. It might have ripped that wire off. But all that's left up here is the starter, and that's it. The shift linkage is already on. That's it up here. My two ground wires are on. I just have this one. I will make a future video of my grounding kit on this chassis. I'll leave it at that. I do want to change the grounding kit also. Remember, I got this car from a friend, and this is the grounding kit that he wanted. For myself, I'm going to put something else on here. But yeah, just the starter, and then the axles, and the coilovers. I mean, it's really about it. So I will go ahead and set up the camera as I get this going. Thanks, guys. It's almost there. Vehicle speed sensor back on. I just gotta hop on Hondata and change it back to the vehicle speed sensor. But thanks, guys. Alright guys, So you guys saw driver's side axles back in, super easy. Don't forget any of your brake lines. I didn't record that, but I had to put those bolts back in, and I had to re-zip tie this back on. So if you guys saw how I removed it all, I unbolted that little upper control arm, if that's what you want to call it, and then the coilover, and I was able to swing this out and slide the coilover through the top of the upper control arm. Honestly, that's been the easiest way I've had to have done this so far. So I recommend changing axles just like that. So now it's time to jump on to the passenger side. I think I'm going to bolt up the wheels. Nah, maybe I'll wait. Oh no, I'm going to jump onto the other side right now. For whatever reason, with my experience, it is easier to install the half shaft separate than the full axle. So as you guys can see, I just hit it out, and time to get these puppies on. Okay guys, there it is. It's all done. The wheels are on. The lower part of the coilover, I forgot to tighten it, so I had to go back and tighten those. I filled it up with gear oil. I went through the vehicle speed sensor hole. Oh, I gotta fix that that ground on the oil pressure sensor, so I'm gonna fix that here when I turn this off. And I'm gonna go get my camera so I can change it back to vehicle speed sensor. Trying to think what else. I think that's it. The wheels are on, everything's tight. Shift linkage, starter's on. Trying to get this damn thing off. I'll get that off in a minute. But there it is. So shortly I'll start it up after I mess with the K Pro. Remember, the wiring's all redone back to the way it was. I just got to move those the harness back down and tighten up the feed line of the fuel rail on the firewall. So I'm going to touch that up and start it up soon. Alright guys, I fixed it on Hondata to make it vehicle speed sensor, and it works. So let's see. I'm going to turn it on. It's a little loud, so let's do this real quick. minutes. Let me get this back going again real quick. Alright guys, here it is on Hondata. Make sure some of these changes I made are done, like the warnings. Let's see. Protections. So I changed the coolant temp to 199, and the fans, I think the fans are always on at this point, so that's whatever. Now let's show you guys that it works. Right here. Let's see. TPS is reacting. Start it real quick. That's what I want you guys to see. Let me close my door because it's freaking loud. I want to hurry up so I don't wake up the neighbors. Alright, I'm going to put it into gear. But there it is, guys. It's super late. I don't want the car on right now. Hopefully I didn't wake up my girlfriend, but maybe tomorrow before work I will do a test drive. And I am working on my friend to finish up the exhaust, and then we got to add the ring gear to the all-wheel drive transmission to make that transmission work with the vehicle speed sensor. And then it's good to get back tossed in. So, I don't know, like, subscribe, share the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this series on this car. It went through a lot. Today is May 8th. No, May 9th. So yeah. No, today's May 8th. May 8th, that's what today is. It's 100% ready to hit the road. Go back to being my daily. And ready to hopefully start racing this car again and start hurting some feelings with this little 4-cylinder all-motor car. But yeah, that's it, guys. So I'm super excited. It's finally done. It's been almost probably 2 months already, and I finally decided to just put this transmission back in and use this one for now. So thanks, guys. Hope all my Honda people enjoyed the videos of this, and I hope some of you guys have learned a lot from this build of mine. So, we'll see what the next video is now. Thanks, guys.